Sitting on a throne to the public, an ark for the covenant. Divine women in fine linen, feeding me grapes. They're all fanning me down, they want dates. Sipping the elixir of life, I write cuneiform poetry. They ask if I can spit it to them vocally. I know it seems that I'm stuck right here, but I'm not, y'all.
You got me drifting in a daydream.
I know it seems that I'm stuck right here, but I'm not, y'all.
You got me drifting in a daydream.
I know it seems that I'm stuck right here, but I'm not, y'all.
You got me drifting in a daydream.
I know it seems that I'm stuck right here, but I'm not, y'all. I woke up from a nice nap, she got her hands on my back. Another gold throne aphrodisiac. I just wanna sit for a few minutes at least. Get a grip, exhale, a rhythm of speech. The labyrinth is deep, dark, a secret separated when the thoughts weaken. Waiting for the weekend, work got me bugging. I'm stuck searching for meaning. The night breathes life and you can smell it in the evening. Close my eyes, refined breath, move sturdy with defined steps. In a robe of divine threads, my eyes wept at the secrets they kept. Mine sends messages to the people they swept. I'm fighting with whatever's left. I stay far off, barred from the radar, lost. A deep quasar core, not a rebel of loss. I penetrate your dimensional flaws. I'm fighting an incredible course. I know it seems that I'm stuck right here, but I'm not, y'all.
You got me
No,
drifting in a daydream.
I know it seems that I'm stuck right here, but I'm not, y'all.
You got me drifting in a daydream.
I know it seems that I'm stuck right here, but I'm not, y'all.
You got me drifting in a daydream.
I know it seems that I'm stuck right here, but I'm not, y'all. I woke up from a nice nap, I got my head on her lap, stroking my hair. She letting me relax under an olive tree, sipping crushed grapes, staring at the aerial anomalies as the sun paints. Below the dirt, seeds uprooted as trees, they procreate in numbers of 3, 5 to 8. Embrace moods, washing my chariot in the day's noon. A role model for the fetuses in wombs. Documents build skilled conglomerates. If you follow it, harness the knowledge, construct monuments. My mental honor is synonymous to Mediterranean, Mesopotamian scholars and astrologers. Raised with chivalry, moving through the temples of antiquity. Follow my trail through ubiquity, coming to my senses soon. Ever since noon, as heaven looms over us under a crescent moon. I know it seems that I'm stuck right here, but I'm not, y'all.
You got me drifting in a daydream.
I know it seems that I'm stuck right here, but I'm not, y'all.
You got me drifting in a daydream.
I know it seems that I'm stuck right here, but I'm not, y'all.
You got me drifting in a daydream.
I know it seems that I'm stuck right here, but I'm not, y'all.
Tunji, the Soul Chef. Yeah, that's right.
When I close my eyes, when I close my eyes, everything's alright and I drift away, drift away, drift away, I drift away. When I close my eyes, when I close my eyes, everything's alright and I drift away, drift away, drift away, I drift away.
Still I rise, still I rise. They try to clip my wings, but still I fly. They try to bring me down and kill my high. They took away my crown, trying to steal my pride, but it just made me stronger. And even though them days got longer, I learned some vital lessons when I made those wrong turns. I'm grateful for the painful things that forced me to grow, cause now I know to head straight at that fork in the road. And I'm a fortunate soul, cause I learned from the best. They told me just work on your music and you earn your respect. But the product I promoted, watch it turn to a check. And every time you rock the mic, give it your personal best. But sometimes this life is too much for me. I should be living in the effing lap of luxury, cause the limit is the sky, but I struggle to survive. So when it gets too hard, I just close my eyes.
When I close my eyes, everything's alright and I drift away, drift away, drift away, I drift away. When I close my eyes, when I close my eyes, everything's alright and I drift away, drift away, drift away, I drift away.
Hey, yo, I rise with the sun in the early morning, facing this world we born in. My mind swirling, storming, working till the words be forming. People tell me that the sky is the limit, but I'm living for right now, cause I could die any minute. This life is turning a page, earning a wage, and learning to stay firm in your ways, burning with rage, living only me for the lessons, not concerned with the grades. And roaming lonely through this California urban decay. They always told me plan your work your plan. Be a man, stay strong when it hurts to stand. If you love something and it's really worth the damn, then you should always feel the passion like you first began. So here I am, my eyes on what's next. I'ma fight to the death, the pride of the West inside of my chest. I maneuver through the cries and the sweat, the lies and regrets. And when it gets too hard, I close my eyes and reflect.
When I close my eyes, everything's alright and I drift away, drift away, drift away. I drift away. When I close my eyes, when I close my eyes, everything's alright and I drift away, drift away, drift away. I drift away.
Sometimes I wanna drift away. No more living in the past, gotta live today. Sometimes I wanna drift away, but I got so much to do, so many things to say. Sometimes I wanna drift away. No more living in the past, gotta live today. Sometimes I wanna drift away, but I got so much to do, so many things to say.
Yeah, Naive, Boom Tracks, a Soul Chef production. Got me like, don't wanna write this down, don't wanna say it while I cite this now. So let me grab the mic. Don't wanna write this down, I wanna say it while I cite this now. So let me have the mic. I'm getting older, I'm no longer the young pro. So ain't no little kid gonna tell me I'm done for. And you ain't even worth it to rhyme to. Just thought I'd go and leave a little note to remind you, in case you wanna stir the pot up, cause a little drama you don't really wanna battle. Lots of things I never thought of and I never seen. You caught a line and became a fiend. My dope rhyme like amphetamine. You had a dream, the type to make you think you fought through. Who you think you are, you ain't too big to sock to. I kick one, I grab the mic and I spit some. Try to share the soul, laying low in my system.
Y'all weren't even able to hear me, huh? That's crazy. Shoot. I was like saying a bunch of stuff, but shoot. Let me see if this is working. Is this working? Y'all weren't even. Oh shoot, that is loud. Okay. There. Ooh, that is. Is that better? That might be a little bit better. There we go. I think if I could hear myself on this, then that would be. Let's see. If I could. Hello. 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 Able to hear me, huh? That's crazy. Okay. Let's see. If I can. That might be a little bit better. Okay, that's a little bit better. I know this isn't like the best mic quality ever, but it's it'll have to do, I guess. Yeah. Okay, shoot. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, that sounds pretty good. That actually does sound pretty good. So, yeah, that's good. Okay. Let's see. Just want to make sure that it's working one more time. The stream's up and running, everything like that, you know. Okay. All right, yo. So it's been a really, really, really long time. Now I could be wrong, but this is the first time that I think I've done one of these talking about techs in over about 2 years, and that's just crazy to me. Yeah. I kind of just didn't do it for a while, just because I kind of went off YouTube. So yeah. But I'm back. And yeah, I'm in my dorm right now. I'm actually going back to California on December 16th. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, this is actually just a little bit of kind of information of how I've been like doing all these videos, because I've uploaded basically every single week. And sometimes even more than that. The reason why is due to me basically scheduling the videos every single week. So I made a bunch of videos in like the months of August and September, like probably about 30 or 40 videos. And I just spent like those last 30 days that I was in California just making videos. And so some of them have really been blowing off. I mean, like... they've been just going crazy. Some of them, especially like I'm trying to remember, but like some of the more recent ones, obviously the edit ones and stuff like that. But Redmi K30 Ultra review currently has 868 views, so almost 1,000 views right there. Obviously the MKBHD video edit that I made got over 1,000 views. And the one that I posted recently is getting a lot of traction too, especially today. It's gotten 114 views. iPhone 6 video that I uploaded a couple weeks ago got 466 views. The Core Phone video really surprised me too, got 908. The iPhone 4 video almost got 700 views. The iPad Air 2 video got like almost an insane 1.6k views. The iPad 2 video almost has 2,500 views. Just absolutely insane. So yeah, I just really appreciate it for everyone who's been kind of supporting the channel. Now, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm at 633 subscribers right now. And that's just insane because, yeah, I went off YouTube for probably about like 2 straight years where I basically wasn't uploading any videos. And so the fact that, a lot of people are still sticking, with the channel and actually continuing to grow at a faster rate than it's ever been. Is just really appreciate it. So, but basically, we're going to be doing the exact same thing that we usually do, just talking about tech, talking about the latest tech news, talking about everything that's been basically going on. I'm going to up my audio a little bit. I think that will be okay. I think. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, cool. So, let's shoot. Okay, so I guess we can just get started because there's not much else to talk about besides that. Besides also, I just really appreciate everyone just, supporting this channel and really appreciate it. So, I guess we can just start with the first thing. I would say the main reason I actually started this stream is just because of this. I saw this and I was just like, oh my God. So this is some pretty big news. The Apple iPhone 16 prototype render is actually leaked. So it looks pretty interesting. Some of these renders. I'm not sure. I don't know how I feel about this camera. I don't know. Here I can kind of go more into it right here, and I don't know if I don't know what these are specific, but this one caught my attention a little bit because what okay, it's just weird. It's really weird. It's conjoined. It's almost like the iPhone 7 and 8, how that was, but it's like vertical. So I don't know how I feel about that. It just looks kind of interesting, but I do really like the colors. I like the pastel green that we're kind of getting here, and also the pink looks pretty cool. The black, I guess, looks the same as always, but looks pretty sick. I guess on the side we have a slightly different volume up and down, which was also pretty interesting to me. I don't like how they're removing the ringer though. I mean, obviously they removed the ringer from the Pros, but I didn't expect. I mean, obviously I expected it to eventually come down to the regular. I just didn't know that. I didn't know they were going to go full on it because I know it got a pretty mixed reception, and so as a result, when it usually gets a pretty mixed reception, or a bad reception, sometimes they don't keep it. Or if it gets poor sales or something like that. And I heard recently that the iPhone 14 Plus and iPhone 15 Plus both have not been doing well in terms of its sales, especially the iPhone 15 Plus. In terms of its sales. So, but that's besides the point. I got that capture button that it's talking about, but it's pretty interesting. And then on this side, nothing much has changed. I would say maybe the camera bump's a little bit smaller, just because the way that it is. So I don't know. I mean, I'll probably definitely get used to it. It's just a little bit different for sure. That was one of the main reasons why. Oh yeah, it was also on the iPhone X, right? It was on the iPhone X. Right. Okay. I think it looks a lot better on the iPhone X though. I don't know. It just looks a little bit weird on this. I think it's because this camera module is a little bit bigger than this one, so it just looks kind of weird. While these two are separated, so these conjoined looks a little bit weird because they're not both identical. Where the iPhone X had both identical 12 megapixel cameras or whatever it was, so they look really, really close to the same. This, you can definitely tell the difference in the cameras, but this is just a prototype, so obviously it won't be like this. I mean, maybe it'll look like it, but it'll have some aspects of it, but I don't know if it'll look exactly like this. So we just don't know. Obviously we're getting, we're not really even close to the Apple event. yet. You know, the iPhone event that's happening in September. I mean, we basically just had the iPhone 15 event, so the fact that we're getting already iPhone 16 prototypes is pretty crazy. So yeah. So that's basically it in terms of the iPhone 16 prototype stuff. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I don't know if they're gonna up the price or anything like that. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. But let's just go on to the next thing. So this was pretty recent. This was just from just 2 days ago. And essentially, the Galaxy A15, A15 5G, and A25 were announced. Not released, but announced. And the reason why I decided to talk about this is because, well, first of all, this is kind of a recent announcement, and also that the Galaxy A15 and A25, their predecessors have been known to be one of the best-selling phones. One of the few phones that can almost beat the iPhone in terms of sales. And so that's just impressive, just really, really impressive. So a lot of people I feel like will be actually interested in this phone. Maybe not people who are watching this video, because I feel like, yeah, this is just for the typical consumer. And, you know, obviously, you know, there might be some people in the channel who will be interested in this, but, you know, there's also people who are more interested in, you know, a little bit of, you know, either higher end phones or just like more crazier experimental phones, you know, those kind of things. But I don't really know. But let's see what Samsung is offering with this Galaxy A15 and A15 5G, A25. So let's see right here. So the A15 is available in 4G and 5G trims, with both phones sharing the same core specs apart from the chipsets. Okay, the Galaxy A25 features more capable cameras and Samsung's in-house Exynos 1280 chipset. That's interesting. So it's a new chipset, and let's see how good the performance is with. Yeah, let's see how good the performance is with this. Okay. So this is okay, so Geekbench 6. Okay, so that's a little bit different, but this is similar to like a Galaxy. I mean, this is similar to like a Snapdragon 845, which is really old by this point. Okay, so this is actually not really a new chipset. This is kind of old, but oh shoot. But I just showed all the news stories. Shoot. So I guess you guys know what's what we're gonna be talking about, but that's fine. Okay. So let's see. Just making sure that the stream is still good. Okay, perfect. The stream is still running. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's just start off with. Okay, all three phones feature 6.5-inch Super AMOLED displays. Oh wow, that's actually pretty good for a low end. For low end, wow, that's actually really good AMOLED. That's so no LCD, FHD plus resolution. That's pretty good too. On a 6.5-inch display, yeah, that's pretty good. You know, Retina essentially, and Infinity U notch cutouts. Okay, so it's gonna look like that. The A15 gets a 90 hertz refresh rate. Okay, that's not too bad. Now we do have to see the price, obviously, but while the A25 features a 120 hertz panel, which peaks at 1,000 nits of brightness. That's actually pretty good. That's really good compared to 800 nits on the A15s. Wow, that's actually really impressive for such a low-end phone. 1,000 nits of brightness with a 120 hertz panel and AMOLED display, with the equivalent of like, you know, a 3 or 4-year-old kind of performance chipset. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah, that's okay. 13 megapixel front-facing cam. I guess that's fine. Obviously, that's not going to be amazing or anything like that. You're not going to be streaming with it, or maybe you will, because this is probably lower quality than a 13 megapixel camera, but yeah, 13 megapixel camera, and its new key island design, which features a convex shape. Oh wow, that's interesting. Key Island. That's so weird. Let's see this right here. That's so weird. That's really cool though. Actually, that's pretty sick. I don't know why I just shows island and it says Key Island and it says that, but kind of weird advertising that it just says island, Key Island, like that. Okay. Interesting though. The power button and the volume rockers are on the same side. Seems like we're looking at a triple camera setup. Okay, so let's see what the normal A15s are gonna have. Okay, A15 is with the Helio G99 chip. Okay, that's not too bad. 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 and 256 gigabytes of storage. That's not too bad. I'm trying to, let's see. Helio review G99. All right, let's look at these specs right here. Okay, so it's a little bit less performance than the A25, but it's pretty comparable, I would say. That's not too bad. And okay, it's not doing too well with something like COD Mobile. But yeah, the performance isn't too bad with this either. I guess. Obviously not like top tier performance, but not the worst either. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find. Okay. Actually, okay. Let's continue reading before we. Okay, A15 5G features the Dimensity 6100 Plus. Okay, that's what I wanted to find. Okay. With 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage, which is also expandable. That's not too bad. It comes just by default, 256 gigabytes of storage, which is also expandable. That's awesome. Dimensity 6100 plus though. Let's see here. See if we can find that. Fine. Okay. Come on, it's got to be here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. 6100 plus. So they're all really, really similar. Really similar chipsets, but I would say the best performance is probably the A25, but just by a little bit. 6100 plus though, that's okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. I keep going to the other tabs with the other like phone news stuff. Okay, let's see. Okay, A25 5G brings the Exynos 1280 chip with 6 and 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of expandable storage. That's interesting. I don't know why it would be almost like a downgrade between these two, because look, you're starting with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 right here, but then once you move on to something like the a little bit higher end, you're actually having to compromise a little bit with a little bit less RAM and a little bit less storage. So it seems like possibly the sweet spot might be the A15 5G right here. So yeah, but maybe the camera will change things. So, okay, around the back, A15 models get a 50 megapixel f1.8 main cam along with a 5 megapixel ultra wide lens. Okay, that's not great at all. That's definitely not something that you want in 2023 going into 2024. 5 megapixel ultra wide. I remember using the Galaxy A20, I believe it was, or A21 or something like that. And the 5 megapixel ultra wide was not it. I mean, it was really not great in terms of detail and in terms of basically everything was not great. But okay. A25 features a 50 megapixel with OIS. That's awesome. OIS, that's great. 8 megapixel ultra wide, that's a lot better, and a 2 megapixel macro. All three new phones boot One UI 6.0. That's interesting. So it's not going to be like any like core version of it or anything like that. Based on Android 14. Okay, so it's going to start off the box with Android 14. That's great, and feature 5,000 milliamp hour batteries with 25 watt charging. That's not too bad. Now I'm not sure if it's going to come with batteries, but I mean with a charger, but with batteries. Okay. Let's see here. 13. Yeah, 13. Okay, so this is for the A25. So now you can kind of see what it's going to be. OIS, I love that. 8 megapixel ultra wide, obviously not ideal, but definitely a lot better than 5 megapixels and a 2 megapixel useless macro cam. 13 megapixel front facing might be okay, might not be. Who knows? But okay, let's see the price. Oh, wait. Okay, let's see the color options for these. Okay, these are some pretty cool colors, I'll say. These are pretty awesome colors, and I do like this key design that they got going on. Yeah, no, I do like... I like this one, too. I like the yellow one, and I basically like all the colors. This one's a little bit ugly, honestly, but that's fine. But let's see what the price is here. Okay, Galaxy A15 4G, so the base, just lowest one, starts at $205. Huh. That's a little bit pricey. That's a pretty big price hike from, That's a little bit expensive. I don't know if no one's really like saying how pricey it is, but I don't know. I've never. I thought I remember the A10 series basically being pretty cheap, like $159 or something like that. But I could be wrong. Maybe $179. But $205. It's a little bit pricey for something that has a 5 megapixel ultra wide. I feel like you could do a little bit better than that. I'm not sure specifically with what, but probably some better than that. A15 5G is priced at $260. Well, the A25 5G is expected to go at $271. That's okay. At $271, you could definitely get something that's better. You can get a Poco. You can get like a Poco phone. The price. You can get a used iPhone. You can get a lot of better things. They open in Vietnam, but they will. Oh, they're actually. Okay, so they're opening on 2 days from now. Okay, and in Vietnam, and then we can expect Samsung to launch all three devices in more markets in the coming weeks. Okay, that's that. What I will say is the A25, 120 hertz, 8 megapixel ultra wide. I don't know. It's an okay deal, but the performance is slightly lacking. Probably the design is. In terms of like what the build is probably not that great. So I don't know. I'm just gonna make sure that the stream is still running. Just want to make sure stream is still running. Yeah, okay, it's still running. Okay, perfect. There's nothing else, I guess, in terms of that story. So let's exit out of that, and also let's exit out of that. Okay, so this is the next one. This one was pretty interesting. So the Oppo Find X7 Ultra surfaces, and this seems pretty beefy. I don't know. This seems crazy. Look at this. Before I talk about any of this, look at this camera right here. This camera's crazy. Like, you got a periscope. You got 2 periscopes, I think, right here. And 3 cameras right here. Wow. Oh, this is it? Okay. Especially the Pro model. Okay. Wow. This is crazy. So let's see what this says. We've been hearing about a lot about the upcoming Oppo Find X7 series, especially the Pro model. Dual periscope telephoto camera system, which would be crazy. 100 watt charging, which is, wow, that's also pretty insane too. or either a circle or octagonal camera island. But the latest piece of information suggests that octagonal camera phone is actually an upcoming ultra variant. Oh, so this octagon one is the ultra variant. Wow, that looks bro, that's just insane. And then also the front, it's pretty sick. I guess it's curved, and will support satellite connection. That's pretty cool. Interestingly, Oppo did say it will offer satellite messaging, but didn't mention any names. The Vanilla Pro will miss out on that feature though, and the Pro and Ultra will share a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 SoC and a 3x and a 6x dual periscope telephoto cameras, that's insane. That's crazy. And the standard version will run on the MediaTek Dimensity 9300 chip. That's pretty great too, and come with still a periscope, but 3x. So okay, that's still pretty crazy. And let's see how good this Antutu is for just the 9300. That's crazy. That's really good. That's really, really good. Wow, that's insane. And then wow, so this is going to be some pretty powerful stuff right here. Especially you can tell by this camera island. I mean, wow. But I guess we'll get more information as we go along. Yeah, crazy. Okay, let's talk about this thing. So this isn't that crazy, but Lava Yuva 3 Pro. I've never been a fan of the Lava phones, but I don't think they've ever released anything that's interested me. But let's see if this phone can change that. Okay, Lava 3 Pro announced with a 90Hz display, a Unisoc chipset. Oh my god. Okay. Why would they? Okay. Okay, and a 50 megapixel main cam. Maybe it'll be a good one. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Comes with the successor to the Yuva 2 Pro. Okay. New device brings updates. Actually, this is... Okay, it was announced today. Okay, crazy. Updates across the board, including a 90Hz refresh rate, more cable... I think they meant stable chips. More cable... You know what, whatever. And a... Capable, okay, chipset. And a 50 megapixel main camera. Okay, the 50 megapixel main camera, alright. Yuva 3 Pro features a 6.5-inch IPS LCD with an HD plus resolution. Are you serious? And a 90Hz refresh rate. Lava also went with a punch hole cutout with the 8 megapixel front-facing camera, which replaces the water drop notch from the previous model. The back features a revised camera island with a 50 megapixel main sensor and an AI auxiliary module. Lots of talk. Okay. We're going to look at this after. Lava Yuva 3 Pro is expected with Unisoc's T616, I guess you call it, with 8 gigabytes RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. Okay, let's see. Let's see how good that is. Let's see right here. So, let's see. Okay. Oh, Unisoc's T6. Oh, it's not. Okay. Unisoc. Okay, let's go and... Oh, wait, no, they have it. Why didn't they? Okay. Whatever. Oh, this is an old chipset from 2021. Okay. Ooh, that's terrible. Wow, that's really bad. That's really bad performance. Yeah, you're not gonna want to have this phone. That's terrible. That's really bad. It's crazy. Here, let's actually go. Let's go like this. Yeah, I think that would be better, right? Like compared to that. Let's go like this. I don't know why they didn't have that the entire time, but okay, let's see here. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Well, no, I do know how I feel about this. This is terrible. Why would they do this? Unisoc's really never gonna be impressive. Have any? Yeah, even with 8 gigabytes of RAM, it's not gonna be good. 128 gigabytes of storage, I guess, is fine. Okay. Notable gains compared to the Helio G37. Wow, that's okay. At least it doesn't have that. Boasts Android 13, so that's already outdated, and a 5,000 milliamp hour battery and 18 watt charging. $108. I don't know. Even for $108, I don't think this is worth it. I really don't. I mean, this isn't. There's nothing too good about this, and I don't know. I don't even think there's an ultra wide camera or anything like that. Yeah, there's. It didn't say what kind of cameras there are, really. Oh, wait. Oh, the second camera is just called an AI auxiliary module. So that's what they were talking about? You serious? So this isn't even really a camera. Okay, I don't know, man. I don't think this is that good of a deal. And the only good thing about this is probably the let's look at this. It only has UFS 2.2 storage, but whatever. Only 18 watt fast charging. Probably the battery's good, but HD plus IPS LCD. No, I would not recommend getting this phone at all. Where is it even releasing? Lava eStore. Okay, so. Oh, okay. Probably India then. Yeah, because that's where Lava's from. I don't know if they're gonna do any. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be doing a global release or anything like that. So maybe it's a good deal. In a way, I mean, it does have some okay specs, but I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, let's go on with another phone though. Vivo V36i goes official with the Dimensity 6020 SoC and a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Okay, let's start with looking how good this 6020 is. I don't know if it's gonna be that good or if it's gonna be that bad, but let's. Okay, that's not too bad. Depends how expensive it is, obviously, but let's see. Okay. Dimensity 6020 SoC and a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. The Vivo Y36 4G. Okay. Vivo Y36i. It was built around a 6.5 inch 5.6 HD plus LCD display, so the same as the Lava phone. 90 hertz refresh rate. It has 840 nits of peak brightness. That's actually pretty good, and as low as 2 nits. That's actually not too bad. That's pretty impressive. The display also has a notch for a 5 megapixel selfie camera. Oh no. 13 megapixel sensor. It's joined by an anti-strobo. Bro, what does this even mean? Okay, I'm so confused sometimes by this by the tech industry, especially from some of these companies doing this, but okay, so okay. This is one thing I just immediately noticed. 4 gigabytes of RAM is not it in 2023, unless you're an iPhone or unless you have like an iPhone or something like that. But Android 13, Origin OS is really good. I mean, I've seen things of Origin OS. Origin OS is awesome, but 4 gigabytes of RAM is not it, and 15 watt charging. No, I do like the color options. You know, the colors, I really like this one. This one's sick. The purple's pretty cool. That one's, all of the colors are pretty cool. Does come with a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. But $170 for that? No. I would much rather actually buy the Lava phone. Wow, this is actually worse than the Lava phone in a lot of ways. I mean, the only thing that's better about it is the Dimensity chipset, but even that isn't really saving it because of the 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is just, yeah, exactly. 2019 phone. Yeah, I don't know. Not great, but okay. Let's see here. Vivo S18 series is here. This is, I think, the last thing that we have right here. So this one's definitely an interesting one. Vivo S18 series is here with an updated designs, impressive cameras. So let's check this out. Let's just move on from this and look at just what it's going to be giving us. So the Vivo S18 brings an attractive design I will definitely agree with that. That is sick. That is really, really cool. I love that design. Damn, that is crazy. I love some of these designs. Like the little, this almost looks like a almost like a turquoise beach, and this looks like I don't know, but it looks sick. And I do also like just the plain black. All of them look really cool. I like it. Okay, attractive designs featuring elements etched on the back glass. Okay. You'll also immediately notice the large camera island, which is split between two glass squares, with the top half housing the cameras, while the bottom features an Auralite LED and a dedicated LED flash. So that's so cool. So there's two LED flashes then? Okay, that I don't know. I think it means oh, okay. So it means just like a round. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, that's sick. Okay. Our light is programmable with varying light and temperature strengths with adapt to the shooting scenario. Okay. Camera setup on the S18 Pro has a 50 megapixel main camera with a 1/149 inch IMX 920 sensor and OIS. That's really, really good. I mean, it's a little bit of a smaller sensor compared to some of the more expensive Vivo phones, but definitely still really, really good. IMX 920 is great. OIS, 50 megapixel ultra wide lens with the JN1 sensor, a little bit of a cheaper sensor, but still pretty great. And a 12 megapixel telephoto with 2x optical zoom. That's not too bad either. Pretty good setup right here. And the S18 just gets a 50 megapixel OmniVision sensor. Okay, OmniVision's never really been that bad. And OIS and 8 megapixel OmniVision ultra wide lens. Definitely, I feel like the ultra wide's definitely a little bit of a downgrade, but I will say the OmniVision has been pretty good with even things that have been like 8 megapixels. So I'd definitely say that it's probably a pretty good ultra wide lens. But let's see what they've got in terms of its displays. So they feature 9.78 inch AMOLED displays with 1260 by 2800 pixel resolution. That's higher than 1080. That's in between 1080 and 1440. So that's like QHD plus, I guess you'd call it, and a 120 hertz refresh rate. Okay. And the panels feature a punch hole cutout for the 50 megapixel front-facing camera, which boasts a 90-degree field of view and autofocus. Okay, I don't know why they said 90-degree field. Isn't that how normally it is? Maybe it's a little bit wider. I don't know. Selfie cams are also flanked by dual LED flash sensors. That's sick. This seems like a pretty awesome phone. I would definitely buy this myself so far. Yeah, this is definitely convincing. Check the stream, make sure it's good. Yeah, okay, cool. Sick. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So these are some of the specs. Just kind of what we went over. Two phones bring different chipsets, with the S18 Pro opting for the MediaTek Dimensity 9200 Plus. Okay, that's pretty good. And paired with 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage. That's a base? That's insane. Okay, the 9200 Plus, I'm kind of forgetting how good that is, but let's see. Oh wow, that's like top. That's crazy. Oh yeah, you're getting really, really good performance here. You're getting top tier performance, and actually, according to Nano Review, it's top 5. So it's almost as good as like the A16 Bionic chip. That's wow. This is insane. So it's doing great and everything. So no problems with the performance, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. You're never gonna have any RAM issues, and no like problems with storage either. S18 gets Qualcomm's Snapdragon 7 Gen 3, okay, and is also configurable with up to 16 gigabytes of RAM. Up to 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's interesting. So, okay, we'll look at that later. Let's see how good the 7 Gen 3 is. Maybe it'll just be here. 7 Gen 3. Okay. It's not too bad. It's a little bit of a downgrade though, for sure, compared to the it's still pretty good though. It's not too bad. It's better than the 888. So still, it's only like basically the equivalent of how good something like, 2-year-old flagship is. So really not that bad. S18 boasts Origin OS 4. Oh, awesome. And based on Android 14, 80 watt fast charging, 5,000 milliamp hour batteries. S18 and S18 Pro come in black, green, and silver colors. Okay. I don't know where. Oh, yeah, these. Okay, right. Okay. Pricing for the S18 starts at $322. Wow. That's a really, really good deal for for 8 gigabytes and 256 gigabytes of storage. That's great. And then goes up to $420 for the 16 gigabytes, 512 gigabytes. Honestly, this is definitely a great deal. The S18, wow, that's really, really good. Okay. S18 Pro starts at $448. That's also really, really good. With the 256 gigabyte version, so you're already starting with a really high amount of RAM, and then goes to $518 for the 16/12 512 gigabytes. I would say definitely the sweet spot's probably this. This is definitely the sweet spot for sure. This is a great deal, and also this is also a really good deal. Yeah, this is really, really good. Okay. Open sales for the Vivo S18 start in China on December 22nd. While the S18 Pro will be available January 13th. I would definitely say, over every single phone that we talked about, this is definitely the best deal. This is amazing. Honestly, in terms of how good of a deal it is, you're basically getting a flagship phone for essentially just like, I would say, especially when you start at the S18 Pro, but even at $420, you're basically getting a flagship phone right there. And even the $322 phone is getting there for sure. So yeah, definitely recommend this. I can already tell you, Origin OS is a great OS. It has a curved screen, has 120 hertz refresh rate, has everything that you basically need. I would definitely recommend it. So let's look at this final one right here, though. S18e. So this is definitely a little bit lower end, but we'll take that into account. The S18e gets a flat 6.67 inch AMOLED with a FHD plus resolution and a 120 hertz refresh rate. That's not too bad at all. Just it's a flat screen, which a lot of people prefer. I prefer honestly a curved screen, but that's just me. Punch hole cutout, features a 16 megapixel front facing camera, and you're still getting a 50 megapixel main sensor. You're not getting an ultra wide sensor though. That's definitely a deal breaker in some ways, unless the price is really good. But see these colors right here. Colors are pretty sick. I don't know. Okay, you got a Dimensity 7200 chipset. So let's see how good that is. Okay. It's not bad for sure. It's a little bit lower end though. It's equivalent to something like a 865. So you're definitely starting to get a little bit old, but still kind of high end, I guess. Okay, 12. Okay. Paired with 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage, I will say the RAM is and storage is really good. And Origin OS 4, 80 watt charging still. $294. I don't know. I don't think this is as good of a deal. If you're really trying to save money, I guess you could do it, but you're losing that ultra wide camera that that a lot of people I feel like really want, especially now. $294 though is really inexpensive, and I will say for a 12 gigabyte / 512 gigabyte model, that's still not too bad. So I will say, if this wasn't a factor, this would still be a really, really good deal. But I will say that it seems like if you want something that's cheap and also good, then you'd probably want any of these, basically. But this is also still pretty good, still pretty impressive, still really good battery, still really good charging, still really good price. maybe could have been a little bit cheaper compared to S18, because you might as well just go for the S18 if you're, looking at this one, because they're so close with the price. And even if you get a slight upgrade in the gigabytes, you're actually costing more or the same as basically the S18, which I would say is definitely a better deal for sure. So the Sony LYT 600, I've never heard of that sensor though. Never heard of that sensor before, so that's definitely an interesting one. What's some of this? Okay, the Oppo Reno 11. I wonder if anyone... The camera... I don't know how good it is, how good the camera is, but I'm assuming it... I don't know, it seems like it's on a pretty high-end Oppo phone, so... Seems like it might be good. Yeah, but there's no ultra-wide camera, so... You do got a depth sensor, though, so... At least it's not completely useless, and you could definitely do some pretty good portrait shots on this. It's just... I don't know. It's not as good as this, so... Yeah. Okay, well, I mean... Essentially... In terms of stuff that... in terms of any other news that I have, I mean, I don't really have any other news, but I will say that, I do really appreciate anyone who did go on the stream. You can always rewatch the stream. I know a lot of people do that and don't actually watch the stream when it starts, because that's what happened with the stream that I did like 2 years ago. Got a pretty good amount of views, like 200 views, so definitely pretty great. And there's been some other ones where I've done pretty well, but it's usually after the fact. So if you are basically, joining this, if you're seeing this video and this is after the live stream, well, thank you so much for watching this. And also same to everyone who's been in the stream the entire time, or at least some of the time. Or if you just joined right now, well, I still appreciate everyone watching, and I'm definitely going to be doing a little bit more of these. I have tons of videos scheduled. And I'm going back to California, so I'm definitely going to make some new videos and schedule them for later. But I don't know if you guys can see this, but I have got a bunch of videos scheduled. So I've gotten a bunch of videos scheduled, and hopefully you guys enjoy them every single week. That's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one that I do, or if you're going to be watching the video that I'm going to be releasing on Friday, then hopefully you guys will enjoy